Lie number 1. Israel is the only Jewish state in the world. Israel is the second. The Jewish Autonomous Oblast is the first. Founded in 1934, it predates Israel and is located in Russia's Far Eastern Federal District. False.
Birobidzhan was never a Jewish state. It was Stalin's failed experiment to solve the Jewish problem by relocating Jews to a remote, underdeveloped corner of Siberia. While it was officially called the Jewish Autonomous Oblast, the region had no autonomy. Every decision came from Moscow. The use of Hebrew was banned, synagogues were shuttered, rabbis arrested, and Jewish leaders were purged during Stalin's terror. At the height, in 1939, only about 13,000 Jews lived there, less than one-fifth of the population. Today, only a few hundred Jews remain, less than 1%. Birobidzhan was never a Jewish state. It was more like a prison colony. Israel, by contrast, is a genuine sovereignty, a nation built by its people, sustained by their will, and governed by their consent.
Lie number 2. Jews had nowhere to flee during Nazi Germany. The Haavara Agreement, reached in 1933 between Nazi Germany and Zionist organizations, primarily the Jewish Agency for Palestine, allowed German Jews to migrate to Palestine by transferring their assets to Germany. False.
The Haavara Agreement was not an escape route from the Holocaust, but a narrow, short-lived arrangement that ended before the genocide began. While it allowed some wealthier German Jews to immigrate to British-ruled Palestine, that was less than 1% of Europe's Jewish population. By 1938, millions of Jews were desperate to flee, but had nowhere to go. The United States and Britain maintained strict immigration quotas, and in 1939, the British White Paper effectively closed Palestine's gates to refugees. The tragedy of the MS St. Louis, a ship carrying 900 Jewish refugees turned away by Cuba, US, and Canada, showed the world's indifference. The ship was forced to return to Europe, and 254 of its passengers were later murdered in the Holocaust. The Haavara Agreement saved a few thousand under Nazi control, while millions were trapped and annihilated. To claim it offered Jews a way out is to distort history and diminish the scale of the catastrophe.
Lie number 3. Palestinians never wanted Jews in Palestine. As tens of thousands of Jews migrated to Palestine during the Haavara Agreement and World War II, Palestinians welcomed them even into their own homes. The Jews were housed, clothed, fed, and given refuge. False.
The Arab response to Jewish immigration was overwhelmingly hostile. In 1920, just as the British Mandate began, riots in Jerusalem killed 5 Jews. In 1921, violence in Jaffa left 47 dead. In 1929, 67 Jews were murdered in the Hebron massacre, ending a centuries-old community. From 1936 to 1939, the Arab revolt turned into a campaign of attacks on Jewish civilians, farms, and transport. The revolt achieved its goal when Britain issued the 1939 White Paper, severely restricting Jewish immigration, just as the Holocaust was beginning in Europe. The last viable refuge for Jews was closed, largely due to Arab resistance. By 1941, the Grand Mufti of Jerusalem, Haj Amin al-Husseini, was in Berlin meeting with Hitler and helping recruit Muslims for SS units in the Balkans. This was not a story of open armed welcome, but of violent rejection that helped seal the fate of countless European Jews. Bottom line, Birobidzhan was a prison, not a homeland. The Haavara Agreement saved thousands, not millions, and the Arabs of Palestine didn't welcome Jews. They violently barred their escape as the Holocaust began. Israel remains the only sovereign Jewish state in history, built by Jews themselves, not by anyone else's design. Now you know.